Honor Guard holding the United States of America, Washington State, and prisoner of war flags march into the L&I auditorium while an audience stands watching.
November 11th is a day to honor and thank veterans for their service.
Historical footage of D-Day is shown, test on screen, courtesy of the Associated Press.
Is also the 75th anniversary of D-Day.
Historical footage of the Berlin Wall being hit with a sledgehammer. Footage courtesy of the International Business Times UK.
And the 30th anniversary of the Berlin Wall coming down. Events that changed the world. Yet the decision to join the military is a very individual and personal one.
Text on screen. Marcel Green, IT System Administrator, L&I. Marcel stands in the L&I hallway in front of military uniforms.
I'm very proud of my service in the military because I got to follow in other people's footsteps that went before me.
Past photos of Marcel Green and his father are shown. Guy Green, Operations Sergeant Major, E9, retired.
My big role model was my dad growing up. I was able to accomplish something that he's done as well, is just serving our country.
Marcel Green was a few years out of high school when he joined the Army in 2001. He was in basic training on September 11th and eventually deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan.
It was definitely scary because you're in a different country you've never been to. You're away from your family. There's a lot of risk involved. Am I going to make it back? Stuff like that, because you have a whole bunch of things going through your head.
Green is one of numerous veterans employed by L&I who were recognized at this year's Veterans Day ceremony.
L&I is one of those amazing.
Multiple shots of the L&I Veterans ceremony. Alfie Alvarado Ramos, Director of the Washington State Department of Veteran Affairs, speaks at a podium on stage.
Organizations that are welcome.
Keynote speaker Alfie Alvarado Ramos is Director of the Washington State Department of Veterans Affairs. She says being in the military is a shared family experience that impacts spouses, kids, and parents. She's especially concerned about Washington's older veterans. Many face financial hardships and have higher rates of suicide.
We need to make sure that as neighbors, as family members and friends, that we ask the question of those who are elder, who may be shut in, did you serve in the military? And be able to refer them to your Washington State Department of Veterans Affairs to ensure that we connect them to the benefits and services that they earn, because many times those benefits and services are going to be able to make them independent, give them a sense of dignity and self-sufficiency.
Labor and Industries has hosted a Veterans Day ceremony for 18 years now. David Puente leads the events planning team. He says L&I's mission and public service is a good fit for veterans.
I think as a veteran.
Title on screen. David Puente, Assistant Director, Field Services and Public Safety, L&I.
You have that sense of esprit de corps. You believe in missions. You've been doing that for a period of time when you serve in the armed forces. So you're very good at obviously believing in your mission, values, core values, and et cetera. And I think as an employee here at L&I and a veteran as well, those are the things that for me are important.
Alvarado Ramos tells veterans and their families to be proud of the sacrifices they've made for all of us.
Thank you for your service is a recognition for all of the many sacrifices that our service members, veterans, and their families have made. So it is important in recognition that our own veterans and service members accept face value that thank you and just say you're welcome because they earned it.
On behalf of Labor and Industries, we thank all veterans for your service.
The Washington State Department of Labor and Industries logo. Text on screen. Thank you for your service.